So my screen is visible to you all? Yes or no? Okay. So now, before starting with this photosynthesis, I would like you all to answer that how much you all are remembering what you did in 10th class. Now I want Rumisha to define what is photosynthesis. Quickly. Rumisha, can you define what is photosynthesis?
Ma'am, the process of
Uh,
preparation of food by plants.
oh, this is the definition which the third, fourth class student will tell. Anyone else? Further, if you can add up. जो आपने 10th में पढ़ा था वो चाहिए हमको. Can you add up further, Rumisha? Then any other student can take the chance to say. What is photosynthesis? So no one will speak. Ritu now. Ritu, what is photosynthesis? So speak up fast, children, क्योंकि आज हमको काफी कुछ complete करना है. We will not waste our time. Okay, lot should be completed so that in 3 periods we should be able to finish up this chapter. तो जल्दी जल्दी बोलते जाइए. अगर आपको मालूम है तो बोलिए, नहीं मालूम है तो फिर then also you have to speak up.
Ma'am, it is the process in which the oxidation of oxygen occurs.
हाँ.
And ma'am, I only remember this much.
ठीक है. Anyone else who can add up to this? Devanshi, do you know what is photosynthesis?
Yes, ma'am.
हाँ, what is it?
Ma'am, formation of food by the plants.
अच्छा, only this much you can tell. ठीक है. Now Neha.
Ma'am, photosynthesis is the process by which green plants utilize the energy from the sun and produce CO2, water.
हाँ.
Means it converts the light energy into chemical energy for its food production.
ओके. मतलब किसी को भी लास्ट ईयर जो हमने बताया था वो डेफिनेशन याद ही नहीं है. बारबी.
Photosynthesis is the process of oxidation and reduction process
Yes. Very
where
good.
the water molecule is oxidized
Yes.
and CO2 is reduced.
Reduced. Excellent. So I want everyone to note it down. ठीक है, आपका हेडिंग डल गया होगा तो नाउ नोट डाउन व्हाट इज फोटोसिंथेसिस चिल्ड्रन. ओके, सो व्हाटएवर you were telling previously, that is all you all have studied in the lower classes, that photosynthesis is the process by which the green plants prepare their food. Okay, that is fine. लेकिन वो उसमें होता क्या है वो सब knowledge now 11th class you have to study that. Okay, in 10th class I have explained that photosynthesis is the oxidation and reduction process. So write it quickly. ठीक है, वो सारा तो आप लिख ही दीजिए, लेकिन what is it actually तो you write down. Photosynthesis is the oxidation and reduction process. Everyone noting? Rumisha started noting now.
Yes, ma'am.
हाँ, सारा कुछ बहुत systematically whatever I am explaining children you have to note down very systematically in your notebook, and that will be helping you in studying further in the for your other competitive exams also. हम पूरे डिटेल में बताएंगे लेकिन आपका काम है कि आप पूरे नोट्स लिखते जाएं. Okay, so that you can study later. ओके, टाइम वेस्ट बिल्कुल नहीं होना चाहिए. अगर हम 40 मिनट्स आपको पढ़ा रहे हैं तो वो 40 मिनट्स का पूरा आपके पास लिखा होना चाहिए. ओके, एंड देन ऑल दैट यू कैन स्टडी लेटर. So understanding plus your writing, listening, everything should go on simultaneously. So first thing what I said, photosynthesis is the oxidation and reduction process where water is oxidized. Where water is oxidized and carbon dioxide is reduced, carbon dioxide is reduced to carbohydrate level. Carbon dioxide is reduced to carbohydrate level. Noted everyone this much?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now remember children that photosynthesis अगर आपने लिखा है definition तो आप समझ गए होंगे कि उधर पर oxidation भी होना है, reduction भी होना है, water will be oxidized, CO2 will be reduced. So that will be this whole process of the photosynthesis, that is the preparation of the food, carbohydrate formation. आपने equation भी lower classes में पढ़े हैं, that is 6 CO2 plus 6 H2O will give you C6H12O6 plus the 6 O2 molecule. So this is the equation. तो उसके नीचे आप भी जल्दी से equation भी लिखिए. 6 CO2 plus 6 H2O, 6 H2O gives C6H12O6 plus 6O2. All have noted the equation? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Everyone? Okay. अब जल्दी से लिख लीजिए कि what is the site of photosynthesis? So the site of photosynthesis is chloroplast. Site of photosynthesis is chloroplast. The organelle, remember, so the organelle where the photosynthesis will occur, that is chloroplast. And the plant part where the photosynthesis occur, what is it, Devanshi?
Leaf.
Leaf. So write down, it occurs in the leaves. Everyone note down this much. Okay, now write down mechanism of photosynthesis. Now I am giving you the broad outline, children. Then each thing we will be doing in detail. आपको एक outline पता ही होना चाहिए कि photosynthesis में होना क्या है. So now you write down mechanism of photosynthesis. So the photosynthesis involves two reactions. It involves two reactions. Number one, write down. Anyone remembering what is the first reaction?
Light reaction.
Light reaction.
Okay, good. So write down number one, light reaction. Light reaction. Then you write it. It occurs in the presence of sunlight. It occurs in the presence of sunlight. During this reaction, oxidation of water occurs. Oxidation of water occurs. Oxidation of water occurs. Then you write down which involves the following reactions. और जल्दी से 1, 2, 3 करके आप लिखना. Okay, so that at a glance only you can get the things. Number one, which involves, then you write down number one, photolysis of water. Photolysis of water. Then we'll do one by one each step. So just now you noted photolysis of water. Second, write down photophosphorylation. Photophosphorylation. Noted everyone?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
Okay. Now after that, write down during this process the two assimilatory parts. During this process, two assimilatory parts ATP. and NADPH2. ATP and NADPH2 are synthesized. Which are utilized where they are utilized, anyone remembering? Are you all there, children? Yes or no है कि नहीं है?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
हाँ,
ma'am.
बोल तो दिया करिए. तो आर यू रिमेम्बरिंग ये ATP NADPH2 कहाँ यूज होने वाले हैं फिर? What are the two reactions of the photosynthesis?
Dark and light reaction.
हाँ, लाइट रिएक्शन, डार्क रिएक्शन. तो लाइट रिएक्शन में जो बन गए हैं दो assimilatory powers, they will be used up in the
Dark reaction.
dark reaction. So write it quickly. Utilized in the dark reaction. Noted? Done this much?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Now put the second reaction, that is dark reaction. Number 2, dark reaction. Now you write down, during this it occurs in the absence of sunlight. Write that first. It occurs in the absence of sunlight. It occurs in the absence of sunlight. During this reaction, the reduction of the CO2 occurs. Reduction of CO2 occurs. Through the chain of reactions. तो reduction याद रखना है आपको. It will not be occurring in one step. It will be occurring through the chain of reactions. And C6H12O6 is formed. C6H12O6 is formed. Noted this much, everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now we will begin with one by one each thing. Okay, this is the outline. आपको सबको पता होना चाहिए कि photosynthesis, where it will occur, then it will involve the oxidation process, it will involve the reduction process. Oxidation of the water will occur, reduction of the carbon dioxide will occur. It will involve two reactions. One is light reaction, other one will be the dark reaction. याद रखना है, अगर light reaction नहीं होगा तो dark reaction will also not occur. What is the reason for it? Can anyone tell? Can Ritu tell? Why the dark reaction will not occur if there is no light reaction? Quickly. Ritu, can you answer? Devanshi now.
Ma'am, because in light reaction, ATP and NADPH2 is formed, which is utilized in dark reaction.
Very good, excellent. Okay, because जब तक ATP and NADPH2 नहीं बनेंगे तो dark reaction नहीं होगा. And during dark reaction, what will happen, Devanshi?
Ma'am, in which?
In the dark reaction, what will happen?
In dark reaction, it will reduce the reduction of CO2 will occur.
Reduction of the CO2 will occur. And then what will be formed ultimately?
C6H12O6.
C6H12O6, that is the glucose molecule will be formed. So I hope this much is very clear to each and every student listening. Yes or no?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
If anyone has any doubt in this much portion, what I told just now, so then you can ask. Okay, otherwise we'll move ahead. Shall we move ahead now? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
क्लास में बोलते जाना है, ऐसा नहीं लगना चाहिए that you all are not there. Okay, everyone speak up. because 8 children of अगर total सारे ही बच्चे भी रहते हैं तो then if you are speaking also then also we will not have any problem. So you all can unmute your mic and speak up. Okay, so now first of all we will take up that what is the structure of the chloroplast, and this we will not take much time children क्योंकि अपने cell chapter में chloroplast we have done in detail. Okay, so just a revision we will be doing and certain things further you will add up to your knowledge. So chloroplast, it is bounded by, हम पूछते जाइए आप जल्दी जल्दी वो ब्लैंक्स को फिल करते जाइए. It is bounded by, chloroplast is bounded by, say soon quickly.
2-unit membrane.
2-unit membranes. Okay, called
Outer membrane and inner membrane filled by chloroplast DL space.
filled up with
Perichloroplastial space.
That space is different. Now inside the inner membrane what is present then?
Stroma.
Stroma. Very good. Okay. So now we will just read it here. Chloroplasts are found evenly distributed within the cytoplasm of the plant cells. They are found in different shapes and sizes. In the cells of higher plants, their number varies from 20 to 100. So number बस आप note कर सकते हैं कि एक plant cell के अंदर कितने chloroplast हो सकते हैं. So it can be 20 to 100. Okay, now the structure what we have discussed, see the diagram is given here. So the cell is, this is the cell, and inside the cell you find the chloroplast present, and maximum how many can be there in the higher plants? Plant cell, higher plant cell.
20 to
100, maximum 100. Okay, so they are green plastids which play a very important role in photosynthesis. They are present in all green plants but absent in blue, green algae and photosynthetic bacteria. Okay, so the bacteria, they do not perform the photosynthesis as the green plants do. We call them photosynthetic bacteria because they are deriving the energy from the sun. Okay, chloroplast shape, they are discoid in shape. The chloro in higher plants. Now we are talking about higher plants. It is discoidal in shape. Chloroplast is made up of 50 to 60% proteins. This is the knowledge extra which you can note down just now. So you have put the subheading chloroplast children, everyone. You'll have noted the subheading chloroplast.
Yes, ma'am.
हाँ, तो अभी आपने सबसे पहले क्या ऐड कर दिया कि हायर प्लांट्स के एक सेल के अंदर मैक्सिमम हाउ मेनी कैन बी देयर और हाउ मेनी, दैट इज द range will be
20 to 100.
Okay, now the chloroplast is made up of, so now this also you can note it down quickly, that is 50 to 60% proteins, 25 to 30% lipids, 5 to 10% chlorophyll, 1 to 2% carotenoids and other pigments. And it has its own genetic material. The genetic material is how much? 0.5% DNA. And metal ions are there, vitamins are there, that is in traces, means very, very less amount. Noted everyone? अच्छा ये सब याद रखिए, this will not be asked in your 11th class. Okay, I will not be asking, but I am explaining you, I am telling you to have all this knowledge for your which exams, children?
Competitive exam.
All your entrances you will be giving for your medical colleges, whatever you prefer. So you will be finding all this, what you are noting, what you are studying, helpful. Okay, क्योंकि सारे कोचिंग में फिर आप लोग को यही सारे डिटेल्स पढ़ाए जाते हैं, तो आप जल्दी जल्दी टाइम है तो नोट करते जाइए. Okay, without wasting any time here. So now electron microscopic structure, we have already discussed the electron microscopic structure in the cell chapter, children. So each of the double membrane is a unit membrane like the plasma membrane. There is a space between the two membranes, and that space you can write down. It is 100 to 200 angstrom thick. Okay, and the inner membrane encloses the proteinaceous matrix, which you call it as a matrix or stroma. So you call it, generally we call it as stroma. That stroma contains all the enzymes needed for photosynthesis. It has osmophilic droplets, and the 70th type of the ribosome it has DNA and RNA. So those who want to note down further for your revision, तो आप साथ साथ फिर से नोट करते जा सकते हैं. मैट्रिक्स शॉर्ट में मैट्रिक्स लिखो, उसमें जल्दी जल्दी लिख सकते हैं that it is having the enzymes 70S ribosome, DNA and RNA. So DNA of the chloroplast is naked, children, and circular, and is called plastidome. So this term you can note down. The DNA of the chloroplast is called plastidome. Is called plastidome. So the diagram is showing very clearly that the circular DNA is present in the chloroplast. Is it clear? And it is naked, means it is not bounded by any membrane. अगर सेल के अंदर अपन DNA देखते हैं तो it is bounded by the nuclear membrane, but that is not the case in this chloroplast. Noted, everyone? Shall I take up the next one? Next slide.
No, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay. So take up the things, children, in points. Do not take note down the sentences. Okay, short पे लिखो. Matrix subheading contains enzymes, osmophilic droplets, 70S ribosomes, DNA and RNA. Then you can write down DNA is circular, called plastidome. DNA is circular, called plastidome. Okay, now the stroma further, it contains a massive membranous system. So this membranous system, that is the thylakoids are there, they run parallel to each other in higher plants, and they show two varieties of the thylakoids. The large thylakoids are there and the small ones are there. The thylakoids, which are the large ones, they are called the stroma thylakoids, and they are extending from one end of the chloroplast to the other and have the pigment system 1. So you note down the stroma thylakoids. Subheading up, we close stroma thylakoids and put a dash and write down large thylakoids. They are large thylakoids forming PS1. That's pigment system 1. Forming pigment system 1. Second subheading, you put grana thylakoids. So write it small thylakoids. Small thylakoids closely packed to form grana and have pigment system 1 and pigment system 2. Both the pigment systems are there. So we will take up what is the meaning of pigment system, children. अभी अपन detail में करते हैं. Noted this match?
Ma'am, wait.
हाँ. So you can note down that grana is consisting of, so you have done previously ki granum consists of the thylakoids which are placed one above the other. So how many can be placed one above the other? So 200 thylakoids may be present in the grana. That is each granum. So you see in the diagram, ये एक के ऊपर एक जो placed अपन को दिख रहे हैं, this total unit is called as granum. And so each granum you find can have 200. अगर दो भी एक साथ आ गए हैं thylakoid, तो भी हम उसको granum ही बोलेंगे. And 100 may be there, so that is also called granum. Now function, put the subheading, there is function. So inside the thylakoids, you know, the chlorophyll pigment molecules are present in the contasomes. Okay, this we have done already before, that the contasomes, when you cut open, they have got the bead-like structures which are known as the contasomes, and those contasomes contain, each contasome contains 230 pigment molecules. So now since the chlorophyll pigment molecules are present in the quantasomes, you can understand that the light reaction will be carried out in the thylakoids. Okay, because light reaction means that which occurs in the presence of sunlight. So sunlight could trap color. So the sunlight will be trapped by the chlorophyll pigment molecules and they are present inside the thylakoids. Where inside the thylakoids? Ritu? Where inside the thylakoids? Quickly, Ritu. I don't know why you all don't answer fast. You take up in your computer whatever you are using, that is push to talk. Okay, जिससे आप आसानी से इसको unmute कर पाए. If you are having any problem. Devanshi, where the chlorophyll pigment molecules are present?
Ma'am, in quantazome.
Quantasomes. And where the quantasomes are present?
In thylakoid.
Inside the thylakoids. How many thylakoids will make up the granum?
2 to 100.
2 to 100. Okay. So where in the thylakoid, which reaction will occur?
Light reaction.
Light reaction will occur. Why it will occur in the thylakoid only?
Ma'am, because they occur in the presence of sunlight and thylakoid trap the sunlight.
Thylakoids will trap the sunlight as they will have the pigment molecules. Okay. So cyanobacteria, this we will not be doing. I'm taking up the next chloroplast. Now this is not the chloroplast structure, children. This is the chlorophyll structure. So this is also given in your textbook. Remember the chlorophyll pigment molecule, what is its structure? So each chlorophyll pigment molecule, children, it is having the porphyrin head of the chlorophyll molecule is so this part we call it as porphyrin head और ये लंबा structure एक chain दिख रही है, this is known as the phytol tail. So each chlorophyll pigment molecule is having a porphyrin head and a phytol tail. So you can write down it consists of porphyrin head and a phytol tail. Okay, so carotenoid, carotene and xanthophylls are found sandwiched between the phytol tails and lipid molecules. So this is the structure of chlorophyll molecule, children. And the head is having in the center, children, the Mg ion. ओके मैग्नीशियम आयन प्रेजेंट रहता है, इसलिए याद रखो अगर डेफिशिएंसी हो जाती है सॉइल में Mg की तो देन द लीव्स विल नॉट बी एबल टू सिंथेसाइज द क्लोरोफिल पिगमेंट and chlorophyll will not be there, so then the plant will not be green in color. Okay, and if it is not green in color, no photosynthesis. Okay, so I'm taking up the next slide now. So ultrastructure of the chloroplast, this all we have done. The ultrastructure was proposed by Frey and Whistling. The intergranum portion of the lamellae is made up of the alternate layers of liquid, that is proteins and lipids. The chlorophyll molecules are made up of porphyrin head and the phytol tail, and they are placed between the protein and lipid layers. The porphyrin head is towards the protein and phytol tail is towards the lipid layer. One figure I will be sending children which shows the arrangement of this. What you are seeing here, that is the chlorophyll pigment molecules, how they are arranged in the lip. That is the layer that I will send you. So don't worry about it. Other pigments are also present in the lipid layer. They are carotenoids, anthocyanin, phycobilins. So I'll take up in the next slide now. The pigments, you can note down this thing. What are the photosynthetic pigments? So photosynthetic pigments consist of number 1 carotenoids, and write down the carotenoids include carotenes and xanthophyll. Take up quickly. Then second is the chlorophyll. So chlorophyll includes A, B. So this also I'll take up in detail. Abhi rehne do achha. Chlorophyll only you can write down. Then the next one is phycobilins. So it includes phycocyanin and phycoerythrin. Phycocyanin and phycoerythrin. Done, children?
Ma'am, wait.
Okay. So as you finish, just tell me so that I can take up the next slide. Everyone noting very nicely, neatly, systematically.
Yes, ma'am.
Huh. So
Done, ma'am.
Shravani, are you there?
No, ma'am.
No. Okay. Noted, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now here this is the head part it is showing. So chlorophyll is the green pigment of the chloroplast. It is composed of square shaped tetrapyrolic ring. All the head and the phytol tail of 20 carbon alcohol. So जहाँ आपने पिछले the previously you have written already tail ना phytol tail. So put it in bracket consisting of 20 carbon alcohol. Okay, and magnesium atom is present in the center of the tetrapyrolic ring. The four pyrrole rings of the porphyrin head are linked together by methane groups to form a ring system. To form the ring system. And each pyrrole ring is made up of 4 carbon atoms and 1 nitrogen. 4 carbon atoms and 1 nitrogen. So you find that chlorophyll A, chlorophyll B, I told you last year. So the types will be due to the different side groups attached to the porphyrin head. So you can write this last sentence that different types of chlorophyll are due to the different side groups attached to the porphyrin heads. Noted, children?
Ma'am, wait.
Don't copy the whole thing, okay? You have already written few things. The structure of the chlorophyll molecule, children, I will be sending you. So you can make it later. So don't
Done,
make
ma'am.
this. Huh. Done now? Okay, now take up the chlorophyll types. So there are 7 types of the chlorophyll pigments. So put the subheading chlorophyll types. So there are 7 types of chlorophyll pigments, children, present on or within the membrane of thylakoid. And they are green because they do not absorb green color. Now what are they? So write it A, B, C, D, E. So 7 types, and the other one bacteriochlorophyll and bacterioviridin. So green plants will have which ones? Green plants will have which one, children? Speak up. Barbie. Green plants will have which chlorophyll pigments?
Chlorophyll A, B, C, D, E.
Huh, right. Okay, and bacteria will have bacteriochlorophyll and bacterioviridin. So majority of the green plants, remember they have A and B. So last year, 10th class, I told you only these two, that chlorophyll A and chlorophyll B. So because most of the plants will have only these two. Now what is this A? It is blue-black pigment, appears red in the reflected light. And this structure you can note down, children, that it has a methyl group attached to the porphyrin head. And the chlorophyll B, the color you can note down, it is green-black. And it has aldehyde group attached to the porphyrin head. So one is having the methyl group, that is the A chlorophyll, and the chlorophyll B is having the aldehyde group. Noted? Done, children?
Ma'am, wait.
Okay. So just take up the points, children, okay? Sentences framing mat kariye, bas short mein likh lijiye. Okay, appears red in reflected light, that also you can note down, and bright green in transmitted light. So I will be sending the figures, children. So you try to read it. जो आपने दिखा है, जो अभी समझा है, try to see it in those structures.
Done, ma'am.
Okay. So now carotenoids are there. So children, I would like to take up next period, isn't it? It is 12 now. Okay, 12, 13 it is. So just take up carotenoid ka bas iska dekh lo, fir I will take up the next period. Carotenoids are lipid compounds and they are classified as carotenes and xanthophyll. So carotenes are made up of carbon and hydrogen, and color note kar lo jaldi se, orange red in color. And how many carbon it has? 40 carbon atoms. And function you note down, subheading function likhna, fir likhna that they absorb light energy and they transfer it to chlorophyll A. They absorb light energy and transfer it to chlorophyll A for conversion into electrical energy. So you know that carotene and xanthophyll, they are known as the accessory pigments. So we have done in 10th class, हमने बताया था essential pigments and accessory pigments. So they are passing the energy to the chlorophyll A. So carotenes along with the chlorophyll, they form the photosystem. And the next group, that is the xanthophyll, so they are yellow in color. So just write yellow in color, contain oxygen along with C and H. So you find the leaves turn yellow in the autumn season. Okay. So why do they turn yellow? Because of this xanthophylls. So lutein is there, the fucoxanthin. These are the two specific xanthophylls. So yellow color is due to the lutein, and then you must have seen the leaves turn brown. So they turn brown because of the fucoxanthin. And fucoxanthin is present in the brown algae. That's why it is brown in color, the algae. Fucoxanthin. So xanthin word is attached, so you can understand that it is a xanthophyll. Noted, children? Barbie completed?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Noting the things nicely, Barbie?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So functions they are telling, that also you try to understand. Now I want Neha to read it. What are the functions of these carotenoid pigments?
Carotenes act as accessory pigments to chlorophyll A. They absorb energy from the mid-region of the visible spectrum and pass this energy to chlorophyll. They protect chloroplasts from the nascent oxygen released during the photolysis of water. The pigments pick up the nascent oxygen and convert it into harmless molecular state. They give color to flowers and fruits, which makes flowers attractive for pollination and fertilization. Carotenoids are found embedded on or within the membrane of thylakoids.
Thylakoids. So I hope everyone has understood that carotenoids, they are the accessory pigments. They protect the chlorophyll A and chlorophyll B pigments from photooxidation. I told you this thing in 10th class. So this you understand. वही आपको याद रखना है that they protect the chloroplast from the nascent oxygen and released during the photolysis of water. And what these pigments will do, they will pick up this nascent oxygen quickly and they'll convert it into the molecular state. Okay, so this way they are protecting the chlorophyll A and chlorophyll B. Okay, so now we have completed with the carotenoids. So phycobilins I'll take up next time, children. Okay, so I'm stopping my sharing. Okay, so I hope all of you all understood what we have discussed today and the broad outline you all got it, yes or no?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay, so try to revise for the next period. Okay, do not come without revising and without reading the previous things. Okay, and now what you will be doing, you will read the chapter also. The photosynthesis chapter, just एक ध्यान से एक बार बस reading करना. I'm not saying that you have to learn the things. Just read it so that you can understand that what we are doing in the class, that is given in the textbook and you are following what is given in the textbook now. Is it clear? So only first uh, 3 pages you try to read it. Okay, light reaction start होने के पहले का part read कर लेना. There they must have given the photosystems also. So I will take up the photosystem next period. Okay, so we'll do Shanti part, children. Let me stop the recording now.